the hot topic of the hour, and that is a bombshell. A revelation about the Biden-era FBI surveillance. Former special counsel Jack Smith was allegedly tracking the private communications and phone calls of 9 Republican senators as part of his probe into January 6th. A declassified document released by Senator Chuck Grassley shows Smith and his so-called Arctic Frost investigation team tracking Senators Lindsey Graham, Marsha Blackburn, Ron Johnson, Josh Hawley, Cynthia Lummis, Bill Hagerty, Dan Sullivan, Tommy Tuberville, and Mike Kelly, among others. FBI Director Kash Patel recently finding this September 2023 document called Cast Assistance, which refers to the agency's cellular analysis survey team. I'll be speaking with Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson at the top of the 8 a.m. hour, and I'll ask him all about this case. Did he know he was being surveilled? What did he learn from a briefing by the Deputy FBI Director, Dan Bongino? Plus, at 9 a.m. Eastern this morning, Attorney General Pam Bondi will testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee on political violence and the Jim Comey indictment, possibly this new Jack Smith revelation. As you know, Jim Comey will be arraigned this week. Caroline Downey, your reaction.
Yeah, Maria, as for the Jack Smith story, this seems to me to be more evidence of the weaponization of federal power against political opponents, which we know very well lawfare was the precedent set by the Obama and Biden DOJs. They targeted these senators with surveillance. So I think this should put to bed now that Democrats have this reverence for our institutions, for our Constitution, for our norms, and for all of the rhetoric that, again, is very inflammatory and is definitely contributing to some of the political violence we've seen around the country, that Trump is a fascist and a dictator. I can't think of anything more authoritarian than what we have seen with this revelation and with Jack Smith and spying on senators in the January 6th probe.
That's absolutely right. And the hypocrisy of it all is the fact that throughout the whole campaign, Mike, the Democrats kept saying that it was Trump that was a threat to democracy. All the while, they're surveilling elected sitting senators.
Maria, just like the 2016 campaign when they were spying on the Trump campaign, all right? And it's, you know, of course, they brought Jack Smith in not in spite of the fact that he's one of the only federal prosecutors ever to get reversed 9-0 by the Supreme Court. It's because he's a political hatchet man. Okay, he is there to go out and get his man. He will run roughshod over any rule, any law, any norm. And that was the whole point of this entire January 6th committee. No different than the Russia investigation. And just think about the headlines we've seen since Jim Comey has been indicted for clearly lying. You can see the crime on film. No, I didn't leak anything to the media. Okay, here's the exact documents where he's leaking to the media. No talk of this and his clear guilt about lying to the Senate. Only that it's unbelievable that Trump's going after his enemies. I think the FBI and the House Republicans need to start peeling back the layers of what happened in this entire January 6th probe and exposing it for the sham that it was and the political hit job and all the rules they broke, all the laws they broke, and all the other shenanigans they got up to, so we can just put this to bed that somehow the Trump Justice Department is breaking these norms.
Right, and let's not forget that this was all part of the conspiracy over a 10-year period, which started with Russia collusion, but went on with impeachments and January 6th and the raid on Mar-a-Lago. Former FBI Director Jim Comey is going to be arraigned tomorrow morning instead of Thursday on his 2 federal counts of lying to Congress due to large crowds expected around the Virginia courthouse today. House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer pulling Comey's subpoena to testify on the Epstein investigation, Cheryl.
Well, what's the point of having James Comer, to have Comey come in front of the committee if you're Congressman Comer or Chairman Comer, because you know you're going to get nothing out of him. James Comey repeatedly keeps saying he knew nothing about the Epstein investigation, so maybe save the taxpayers some time. Speaking of fiscal responsibility, you know, that Jack Smith investigation, Maria, cost $50 million. And look at what we are now finding out about it. The good news in all of this, with this whole thing, it stops here, and both Kash Patel and Dan Bongino have said we're going to restore the FBI, we're going to restore integrity, and they have said, this is Patel, under our watch, we will never again let the FBI turn against the American people. But as far as Comey today or this week, I think that it's a moot point. He's going to say, I know nothing, moving on, pleading the fifth.
Well, I'd like to know why the Mar-a-Lago raid happened. I'd like to know why these senators, I mean, Lindsey Graham, why was Lindsey Graham surveilled? Okay, Ron Johnson. I mean, I could almost understand they were trying to get Ron Johnson because he was investigating them. But Lindsey Graham, Marsha Blackburn, why surveil these senators? I mean, we are going to dig into this all morning long. We're just getting started this morning.